Hey everybody, Jonathan Clark here at Last Chance Archery, and I've got a new how to do it video for you. And in today's how to do it video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Ultimate Easy Press. What is the ultimate category of bow presses? You may have seen we have multiple presses that have ultimate in the name. What does that mean? Those are our presses that will compress both crossbows and compounds. As you know, crossbows, they can be upwards of 300 pounds, so our standard presses, the materials, are not strong enough to withstand anything but compounds. But with the ultimate presses, all of the materials are slightly smaller in diameter, but their wall is about 3 times thicker than all of our standard presses to help accommodate all of those high poundage crossbows. In addition to that, the ultimate category of presses, they will extend to 54 inches. They will compress down to 11 inches axle to axle, giving it a wide range so it can accommodate both. In the ultimate category, we have the manual version, we have a deluxe version, and then you can do power or manual in either of those. You can do the power with a toggle switch or with a foot pedal, just depending upon which model you buy. But this model, of course, is the standard Ultimate, which has a hand wheel. So when you open your box, you want to be sure all your pieces and components are there. The press, your 4 curved fingers, your 1 draw stop finger, your hand wheel, and it'll have a set screw inside so that when you mount it, you can lock it down. 4 lag bolts, 4 washers, a small Allen wrench for the Allen head set screw in here, and your bench mounts, which actually mount it to the table, they should already be installed and ready to go. One note, when you put the bow press, when you get ready to mount it, you want to mark your holes and then drill you some pilot holes for those lag bolts in your tabletop, your bench top, whatever it is you're using. By putting those pilot holes in, not only are you going to protect the lag bolts and keep them from shearing off, but you're also going to protect your table surface from cracking as well. Put the press as close to the edge of the table as you can get so that you have a lot of clearance here in the front and the bow won't contact your table. Now, of course, the closer you get to the edge, the more you risk breaking the table. So you kind of want to meet it in the middle. You want to get it as close as you can, but you also don't want to crack your tabletop. So you'll have to play that as you see it. And then in addition to that, just make sure that you follow all the instructions in this video so that you can use this press safely and so that you can accommodate all these different crossbows and compounds. In another video, I will show you how to use the mini crossbow adapter. So our mini crossbow adapter can be put on any of the ultimate bow presses, so in that category. What the mini crossbow adapter does is it allows you to go below the 11-inch minimum, and it allows you to get right down around 4 inches as the minimum between the fingers here. As you know, most crossbows coming out on the market, they're below 11 inches these days between Raven, 10 Point, all the different brands. They get more narrow and more narrow every year, it seems. So follow along, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can find the mini crossbow adapter video and how to use it in conjunction with our Ultimate Easy and our Ultimate Easy Deluxe. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's dig in. Alright, so when your press comes in, the hand wheel is going to be off and in a separate box. The hand wheel is very easy to put on. You have a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. You're going to take some pliers and just hold the nut that is butted up against your bearing here. Take the hand wheel and put it on. Just rotate it on and screw it all the way up against that nut. Lock it in. Doesn't have to be crazy tight because you're going to lock it down with this set screw, which also just needs to be snug because once you snug it up, it should be good. Snug it down. Your hand wheel's installed and you're ready to go. So you can then rotate the press in and out using the hand wheel. So let's move over and I'll show you how to put the fingers on so that you're ready to press. Alright, now that the press is mounted and you've got your hand wheel on, the first thing you've got to be sure you have is this drop pin. This drop pin controls the arm movement in and out when you need quick adjustments or the longer adjustments. And if this drop pin is missing, you will not be able to use the press. So be sure the drop pin's there. And then all you're going to do is take your 4 curved fingers. You've got 2 for this side, 2 for this side. You'll press down on the spring steel, put the finger on. you'll press down, put the finger on, and you'll do the same thing on this opposite side. You'll press the spring steel down, finger on, and then also, you know, of course, note, you can move the fingers all the way in, you can adjust them out. That all is depending upon which bow you've got in the press. You can screw the thumb screws down to change the angle of the fingers, or you can go back, either or. Then the draw stop finger. Some of you might still wonder what this is for. There's a separate video on our website on how to use the draw stop finger. So find that through our website or through our YouTube channel, how to use the draw stop. So now the hand wheel's on, your press is mounted, you've got all 4 of your fingers on and your pin's in place. So we're ready to press a bow. All right, so your press is set up, you've got your pin in place, you've got your 4 fingers, you're ready to press a crossbow. So I'm going to start with a crossbow just since the press is already in one of its more narrow states. So I've got a Mission crossbow here, and it is one that's over 11 inches, but each Mission crossbow has the Matthews version of the limb cap, which is the little half moon cutout on the limb tips. You're going to take our fingers and put them directly into those limb caps. So the way I press a bow, I start on this end, but I'm going to give myself a little bit more room here, and I'm going to run the press out. So to get it started, I always start on this end so that I can get everything adjusted on the outside edge first. Then I'll tighten down the thumb screws so that everything's pressing even. So now that I've got that end done, I can focus on this end. So I just keep pressure on the bow that way, and then I can move this end into place. So once I get it close and the pressure starts, I make sure my width is good. Then I move my thumb screws forward so that everything is pressing evenly. Now that the bow's in the fingers, everything's ready, I can go ahead and press. So I press. Now you can remove the cables, you can remove the string, you can get everything replaced. Or if you need to, you can take it fully apart, take the limbs off, and do whatever it is you need to do. So it's as simple as that. You just make sure the width of your fingers are set and the angle of your fingers are set, and then you can press the bow and get things rolling. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take this crossbow out and put it off to the side. And it's very simple to move to a compound bow. So you have the fine-tune adjustment of the bow press here, but then you have this drop pin which you can pull. You can adjust the arm out to give yourself quite a bit more room in the middle of the bow press. So now I'm going to take this compound bow, and of course I'll have to reset my fingers, but I'm at least going to go ahead and get it close before I start trying to put the bow in. I'm going to take this further out. All right, that gives me enough room. So again, I'm going to come down here to this furthest end. I'm going to get my width set, tighten the thumb screws down. And then I'll come down here. So you can see I can keep the bow up in that end by keeping pressure on it. And then all I have to worry about is this end, and I can continue to work the hand wheel. The width is pretty good on these. I'm going to tighten the thumb screws down to give the fingers a little bit better angle. I'm going to go down here once more. Now you're good to press. So then you just tighten the hand wheel, and everything is loose so that you can remove your strings or cables. You can take the bow apart. You can do whatever it is you need to do. Of course, when you loosen strings or cables, or when you press the bow, keep pressure on this so that nothing comes loose. If you take strings or cables off and you put them back on, do a double check on all of your strings and cables loops to make sure that everything gets back on and is in place. You tighten the bow press by turning the hand wheel away from you just like this, and you loosen it by pulling it towards you. At this point, you have pressed both a crossbow and a compound bow. You can do all of your movement between the fine adjust of your hand wheel and the quick adjust with the pin. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bow out of the press and put it off to the side. So now you're good to go. You're good to use your Ultimate Easy. You're going to use it exactly the same as our other presses, exactly how I just showed you. Just be sure that the width of the fingers are set to your particular bow. Be sure the angle of all 4 fingers fits to the limbs of that particular bow, because every bow is not the same, especially bows if they have a dual yoke on the top. One limb could lean just slightly over the other one. But you can press crossbows, compounds, and again in another video I will show you how to use the mini crossbow adapter, which is for crossbows under the 11-inch minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to go back narrow again. You just pull the pin, push the arm back in until you reach the minimum hole, put the pin back in, and go ahead and take it all the way back in with your manual adjustment here with the wheel, and that's the fine-tune adjustment. So by doing this, I'm taking it all the way back to the 11-inch mark between the fingers. Now, of course, you can lean the fingers in and you can get maybe about 10 inches, but most of the crossbows that are really narrow that have come to the market are like 4, 5, 6 inches. So you will need the mini crossbow adapter for a lot of crossbows out there. So be sure to check out that video. And we hope that this video has helped. And we hope that you're able to press all of these compounds and crossbows on the market, and it really helps with the versatility of being able to go really wide and really narrow. So it's important with any of our bow presses, but most definitely with the Ultimate Easy, pay attention to the warning stickers on the press itself. You'll have generic warnings that come on a sticker on the top of the press, but then with the Ultimate, with your extension arm that is movable using the hand wheel, you've got a warning sticker of how far that arm can come out. And by going further than that warning sticker and that mark, you risk the arm completely coming out. So just pay attention to the warning sticker there. And then with your quick adjust portion of the press, you'll have a sticker that just lets you know that as you pull this out, there's the last adjustment point, the last hole where this pin can go. If you go further than that, of course, there's not going to be any place for this pin to go. So don't go past that, but most of all, again, pay attention to the warning sticker on this adjustment arm. If you get out that far, you probably want to go ahead and back it in some. If you can see this sticker, you probably want to go ahead and back the bow press in just a little bit. Again, pay attention to all the warnings, follow the instructions in this video, and let us know if you have any concerns or questions, because we can always help answer those questions before you use the press. All right, everybody, that's it. That's how you use the Ultimate Easy Press from Last Chance Archery. You're now ready to compress both compounds and crossbows with this particular bow press. Remember, this Ultimate category, any press that has Ultimate in the name is made for compounds or crossbows both. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email us, you can call us, you can send us a website contact form. Be sure to follow us on social media at Last Chance Archery through Instagram and Facebook. You can also message us there, and we're happy to answer those questions. We monitor those channels. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow future videos. Check out our website for all of the accessories, add-ons, and components for our presses, and we hope that we can serve you in the future. Please let us know, again, if there's anything at all that we can help you with. We want to be able to make sure that you are 100% satisfied with your purchase. So reach out to us. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great day.